Okay, we are live. Yeah. Hey guys, how are we going? Sorry, this is a bit of an impromptu one. I've just got the kids off to bed and I'm hoping they stay asleep. Otherwise this live video might be cut a little bit short. I've gone live today because I've had a few videos in mind to do recently, but time has been a bit stretched, to say the least. Work's been really mental, and just life in general has just been a bit intense. Nothing bad or anything, just work and kids, and just it's ongoing. So I've had very little time for the hobby and very little time for the channel. But I have managed to upload a few videos lately. The output of the videos has slowed down somewhat. It's sort of 1 to 2 videos a week, whereas before I was doing about 3 videos a week. But I'm trying to slowly get back into it. But I do have a few bits of a winner announcement video, what I was planning to do weeks ago. So I thought I'd just announce the winner on a live video and show you a few bits of what I'm up to, all in one quick live video really, and just explain why the channel's sort of slowed down a little bit. But I'm not going anywhere, I'm still persevering with it. Just today I hit 280 subscribers, which I'm well chuffed about. I've just continue to be blown away all the time about the support I get from you guys, and yeah, everything really. It's just crazy. I do plan, when and if I hit 500 subscribers, to do another giveaway, and maybe something a little bit more substantial. But I won't announce the winner yet. I will show you what I've been up to, and projects I've got on the go, and just some things I want to share with you really. So, how do I, bear with me a minute, I've got to see how I get top chat, live messages, yeah, cool. Okay, if any of you, I see 2 of you are watching, I can't see who's watching at the moment. I don't know if I've got something settings. If you want to say hello, say hello. It usually pops up on the screen. But I hope you're having a good evening anyway. So, what about this heat? It is scorching. I've literally just got out of the bath to freshen myself up and I'm already sweating again. It is so hot. It's unbelievably hot. Oh, I needed that. So yeah, I've been at work today. It's been a long day, but you haven't come here to hear about that, have you? So what have I been up to? A is working. Harold, mustache. A, how you doing, buddy? So, well, what have I been up to? I got this. I haven't played a game with the Necrons yet, but I've got this shiny new codex. It's awesome. It's almost overwhelming actually how much stuff is in it. When I look, I'm so used to playing orcs and with the limited stratagems and warlord traits and stuff we've got. Looking through this, I don't know where to begin. There's everything in there just seems so good and powerful, and has its uses. It's going to take quite a while, I think, when I do start playing with my Necrons, to work out synergies and stuff, and how the things work well together, and what are the best stratagems and best warlord traits to use with the best, what are they called? The not chapter traits, the what are the Necron traits called? Like the Tomb World traits or something. That's totally the wrong name. I can't remember, and I'm not going to look it up. But I've had a read through that codex, and I've got to say I do like it. It's the only Necron codex I've ever had previous to this was the very original one, and that is still, of all the codexes I've ever had, all the codex I've ever read, still to this day, that is my favourite codex ever. I love that original Necron codex. because rules wise and stuff, this is amazing. It looks cool, and I think it's going to make some fun games. Fluff wise though, I don't think you can beat the original one. And at the time, I remember loads of people moaning about that for like the lack of fluff and the lack of character and stuff, but that was essentially what made them so good. They were just soulless killing machines. They had very little character to them, which a lot of people found quite boring, but I thought that's what made them scary and what made them terrifying on the table, and their fluff and the mystery around them. There was very little known about them, and they were just mindless killing machines controlled by these Gitans, which the fluff all got changed and the lore got changed to sort of shards of Cetans and different characters, and you know, and I don't know, I think they've lost a little something lore wise, but gameplay wise they look mint, and I'm looking forward to playing with them. In terms of orcs, I am preparing to have a game next week against Reroll Joe. We're doing a 1500 point game. I don't know who I'm playing yet. It'll either be his Thousand Sons or his Deathwing. The last game we had against his Thousand Sons, I got a narrow victory. Well, I'd say it wasn't a narrow victory, but it was a good game. The first few turns I was getting pounded hard, and I didn't think I had any chance. I don't think Joe did either, but by about sort of turn 3, it just suddenly turned round, and then it just swung right in my favour. But it was a fun game. It was a good game. So yeah, it's not often I get a win with the orcs these days, so that was good. But yeah, so we're going to have another battle soon. So I've got to work out a list ready for that. But also in terms of the orcs, although I haven't done any painting or modelling or any hobby at all lately, I did pick up this little beauty. And this, I've got to thank someone. I'm sorry, I can't remember who you were, or don't even know if you're going to watch this video, but on the Wargamers Unification page, I saw someone, I think it was on that group anyway, posted that they put a post up there saying check out Amazon, because they're doing really good deals and money off some of these old build and paint sets. And this was, I think, including postage, 10 quid, $9.99. Which is an absolute steal. It's one of the old school trucks, and it comes with 4 Orc Boys and a couple of paints, some glue, transfers, and a paintbrush. So I just thought I wasn't planning on getting another truck, but I saw that deal and I was like, I've got to grab that. Do excuse me, I need coffee. But what I like about this set is I like these old boys that you get. Now they're exactly the same as the current boys, but they're the old sets. But what I like about them, although they're exactly the same, there's one slight change. On the current kit, you get like the shooter arms come with the gun already on them. These ones just come with like the trigger and then the guns separately. Now the reason I like that is because these guns will be great to accessorize, like inside the trucks and scenery and whatnot, because you get free floating guns with the handles on them. So you know, you could put them on the backs of your orcs, and you know, it opens up the options for a little bit more customization and stuff. And you know, that's quite cool to just sort of accessorize a bit of scenery and have a few orc guns laying about and stuff. But yeah, more boys never hurts, and they come in this like green plastic as well. Yeah, they're quite cool sets. I mean, it's obviously just a way for GW to shift some of their older kits. And the old truck, I mean, look how basic that is. That's literally it. And you get a couple of tyres, but basically that's it. That's the kit right there. I mean, that is so basic. But I do plan, I don't know, I'm either going to build this as a truck, not using the really old school boys that are driving it and the gunner, because they're like ancient and they just don't look good. So I might have to do a bit of conversion work. I might just use the legs and then the torsos and bodies from the new boys, see if that works. I don't know really. or maybe convert it into something else. Could be converted into a buggy, could even possibly convert some of it into mech guns, or I don't know really, but I will do something with it. I know that. It was just too much of a good offer to pass up for 10 quid. Paintbrush is always handy, a few extra paints, and just to get some more boys in the truck for 10 quid, you can't say fairer than that. So yeah, that's the only thing I've bought for my orcs, because I don't think I'm not planning on buying anything orc related until the codex comes out, basically, because I don't want to buy anything and then it's outdated straight away and there's something much better come out. I don't know if they're planning on releasing new kits, updating some of the models and stuff, so I don't want to, it's not a cheap hobby, is it? I don't want to put in a big investment on stuff and then it be obsolete, you know, or, you know, replaced by something much better and feel like I've wasted my money. On the subject of you guys being awesome and offering me great support and stuff, one of my subscribers out of the blue, upon seeing the video of me saying that I'm starting a Necron army, just very kindly messaged me and offered me a Necron Lord. Not just a Necron Lord, actually. What is his name? One of the characters. Imhotep the Stormlord. So yeah, sure, I was just like, wow, that's really nice of you. Certainly. So that was DMC Draws. I've already messaged him and said thank you, but again, mate, thank you so much, because what a nice thing to do. Just, you know, nothing in it for him, just a really nice gesture. He said he had one going spare because he had 2 of them, no use for having 2, so I was welcome to have it. So that's really cool. So a nice addition to my Necron army, Imhotep the Stormlord. I was reading up on his stats and he seems like an absolute powerhouse, like an absolute beast on the battlefield. So, and he's a cool looking model. He is in Failcast, unfortunately, but you can't have everything. He's free after all, but yeah, he looks pretty good. The model looks cool, and like I said, powerhouse on the battlefield, so I think he's going to be good fun to try out and paint. So yeah, DMC Draws, thank you very much. Really nice thing to do. But not only, he told me he was sending me this, so I knew this was coming in the post, but when it arrived, it came in quite a sizable box, and also inside it, as a little bonus, 50 card sleeves for orc cards. I don't really know what these are for. I think they're for like the collectible card game that was going for a while. If anyone knows, please let me know. Oh yeah, here we are. These sleeves fit Warhammer 40,000 Conquest, the card game, and most trading card games. So yeah, pretty cool little bonus in there. And then not only that, also in the box was some old school fantasy orcs as well. So again, quite cool. Maybe that'll open up some conversion opportunities or something, because I don't plan to get into like Age of Sigmar, at least not yet, possibly in the future. If I did though, I'm not sure I would go with orcs. I'd probably want to do something different just because I'm doing orcs in 40k. I'd probably go to something different, but I'm sure I can find a use for these, and use the parts to convert some boys for 40k. But just for nothing, just out of the blue, just sent me this stuff. So yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, DMC Draws, top bloke. What else have I been up to? What else have I bought? I bought also these. I was going to do a review video on these. I ordered these from a company. What's the name of the company? King Games. That's their business card. And what I ordered from them was glass paint agitators. can see them on the camera. Little glass balls for me army painter paints, because they come in the dropper bottles and they tend to sort of stick at the bottom side. What I did buy originally off eBay was some stainless steel 8mm ball bearings, which worked well. Got these, popped them in, gives it that nice satisfying like rattle can sound. Mixed the paints up really well, and I was away, so I was popping them in my paints and using them. And then on, I think it was Peninsula painting videos, I was watching one of his, and he advised be very cautious about using certain metal balls in your paints because they can rust. And after seeing that video, I quickly went, checked my paints, and sure enough at the bottom I could see a little bit of rust and stuff coming. And so yeah, I was gutted about that. It was great. I need to get them out before I ruin my paints, which I didn't have a clue how I was going to get them out of the paints without wasting half of the paint. What I ended up doing was getting a little magnet, super gluing it onto a metal coat hanger wire, and then getting that and popping it down into the paint and then lifting the metal ball out without wasting too much of the paint. So a top tip there for you, if you need to get said metal balls out of your bottles without wasting your paint: magnet on a bit of wire coat hanger, you can hook them straight out. But these glass balls, they're great obviously because they won't rust or anything, but the trouble is the company that sells these, they only sell them, from what I can tell, in these little 4mm ones, and they're not big enough. They don't have the weight. So I'm putting these in, I'm shaking, I can't hear anything from shaking the bottle, and they don't, I think they are mixed, they are moving around in there I think, but they're not doing the job. If they could make these in 8mm, the same size as these, they'd be perfect, they'd be the best thing ever. But for me, they're just a little bit too small and they don't have the weight. But company wise, really cool. They sent also in the pack, just as a bonus when I ordered them, got a couple of free dice in there, little freebies in there. It's always cool to get. And you even get a nice little note on there. It says, "Hi Stephen, thank you for your order of our finest balls." If you can see that there. Which I thought was pretty cool, the little personal touch. And they were only, how much they cost? For 30 of the balls, it's £1.60. And there's just a £3 delivery charge. So yeah, I mean, they're cheap. So I mean, if you want to try them out, like I say, go to King Games. Customer service and stuff is really good. They arrive quickly, get little freebies in there. So they might be good, but I think if they could just make them larger, 8mm would be the ideal size, then I think they'd have the weight to do a proper job mixing. I know some people use like little marbles or like beads that you can get from like places where you make your own jewellery and stuff like that, and you can get like the beads and things like that. But the trouble is they've got like the holes through them. So Richard King, evening, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, there you go anyway. So that's what I've been up to, just buying a few little bits, but mostly just working, and just, you know, doing other things non-hobby related, which is annoying because I want to be able to do more hobby. My hobby's just kind of frozen still at the moment, because I know I don't have much time. And I've been really knackered from work and stuff. I don't want to start building something or paint something. If I want to do it, I want to sort of crack on with it for a few hours. So my options and opportunities to do it are a bit limited. And when I have had a little bit of time in the evening, I've sort of chosen to do a video rather than the hobby, because I don't want the channel to lose momentum, because I'm gaining subscribers at quite a nice rate at the moment. And the content is sort of, you know, I've just about managed to keep it consistent and just, you know, releasing some videos and stuff. What I am going to have to do, and plans for the channel in the future, is obviously when the Orc Codex does drop, or even before that happens, as news and sneak peeks and stuff start coming out on Warhammer community and stuff, I want to be, well, I will be releasing a video every day. Yeah, when soon, hopefully soon. When as soon as that news hits and it says, right, it's coming, and they start, you know, drip feeding us information, I will be releasing a video that day talking about my thoughts on it. I don't care how tired I am, how busy work's been, what's going on, you know, whether I have to do that video really late at night, whatever, I will be, because that's my opportunity, because that's what my channel was primarily focused on, is all things orcs. So I see it as, one, it's going to give me loads of stuff for content for the channel, and I'm going to have a lot of thoughts and stuff and things I want to share, and I'm sure you guys have as well. You're going to be wanting to see the news and the info and stuff. So yeah, Harold saying looking forward to it. We all are, mate. We all are. We're desperate for it now. But as well as doing all that, it's going to be a huge opportunity for my channel, a massive opportunity for my channel to sort of explode, because it's going to be the hot topic of the time, orcs, and it's going to be a small window of opportunity for me to, you know, raise my subscribership, raise my views, because there's going to be a lot of people out there very interested in what's going on with orcs, and looking on YouTube for news and content orc related, and we're probably going to get a lot of new orc players and stuff, and people picking up the codex and, you know, getting into orcs for the first time and want to learn a bit about them and stuff. So that's pretty cool. What I've been doing recently is, as most of you probably know, is doing a few videos of sort of wish list videos, talking about some of the stuff from the past, like old characters and stuff, like should GW bring back. I've been doing them on like Nazdrek and Wazdaka Gutsmech, and I've still got more of those planned and more of those coming up. I did plan to have them all kind of released by now, but time, work and stuff, so I'm just sort of doing them when and if I can. But yeah, a few more characters I want to cover. Also, I was thinking of doing a sort of retrospective look back at all the past orc codexes. I've got one or two of them. I plan to pick up. I'm hunting through eBay at the moment as we speak. Planning to pick up the old orc codexes, just for a look through, for nostalgia's sake, seeing how they've changed over the years, and make a video for each of those codexes and my thoughts on them and what it was like playing with orcs back then, and just a bit of a trip down nostalgia lane. I like the nostalgic videos, and looking back at some of the old models and the old paintwork and, you know, the old stats and rules and stuff. It's good fun to look back on that stuff, and I thought it would be a good let me know, mate, can probably help with codexes. Oh, nice, Richard. See, this is what I mean about the community. You guys are awesome. Like, it's just, everyone always talks about the internet as such a hateful, horrible place, and you guys just, it's just amazing. Richard, I'll tell you one thing I'm looking for actually is, it's a second and third edition codexes, and well, one that's quite hard to get hold of actually is the very first one, the very original. Or was it called the Orc Codex? I don't think it was called the Orc Codex. I think it was just called like something else, but it was the original like rules for orcs for like Rogue Trader. But yeah, I want to sort of look through them. Here we go. That's it, Richard King. Hey Beer, how you doing, buddy? Yo. Yeah, that's what it was called, Richard. Here we go. That's right. Yeah, that one. I need to get my hands on that because I would love to look back through that, and cover that. That's before my time even, so that'll be interesting for me. I've never actually flipped through those pages and looked, but I imagine that's probably quite a high asking price for that now. It's probably a bit of a collectible item, quite a rare item. Richard King PM me. Yes, I will, mate. Very nice of you, buddy. That's really cool. I was going to say something else as well. Yeah, the community, you guys are awesome. Just the positivity and the community is just amazing. Just sending free stuff like that and offers of things like that to help the channel is just incredible. It's so nice. I don't expect anyone to do anything like that. I'm quite happily fund my own money to get these things and do these. But if people want to help and support like that, then I will gratefully receive anything. But I'm definitely not a charity case. I'm not in this for getting stuff, but it's just incredible. The only slightly negative side of the community I've seen is when I've shared, like, I'm on some of the orc Facebook pages, And I occasionally, to try and help promote the channel, I share my videos, like a link to my video on their pages, and say, come and check out my video, and subscribe if you enjoy it, and all the usual promotion stuff. And God, they're negative. They're so, not necessarily towards my videos or me, but just against the orcs and that. It's like they've joined this page, and they're obviously fans of orcs and stuff, and they just slate them and slag them off and slag off GW, and they're like, oh, they're crap, we never play, as shit, and we get hammered, and all the stuff in the codex is shit. And it's like, guys, seriously, like, it's a game. Like, yeah, we are in a bit of a weak spot at the moment, but Facebook is the worst. It is, totally. It is, it is. But when I see it makes me like, think, do you know what? I don't even know if I want to be in this Facebook group, because, don't get me wrong, they share some cool pictures of their projects and stuff, and things. But when it's all negative like that, I understand, because I do feel like that sometimes, and you feel like, oh God, we're getting the raw end of the stick. But except Wargamers Unification, definitely true. That is a hive of positivity, and I love it. It's brilliant. And yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, it's like when I don't know, they don't. It's definitely the best one, Beer. Definitely the best Facebook group, without a shadow of a doubt. But it makes sense for me to be on these orc pages to I thought there'd be quite a good revenue for me to, there's one I'm on, Orc War community or something. It's got like 2,000 members. So I thought, if I share a link to my video on there, and they're all into orcs, surely I'll get loads of people come watch. But I don't think I get many people actually respond to the link or show much interest. I just get a few comments like, it's like being at school being called beer. Oi, beer, detention. But yeah, what was I saying now? I've lost my train of thought. It's been a long day. Yeah, I shared my most recent one on my killer cam tactics, and said, come check out the video. If you enjoy what you see, subscribe, and check out my other videos if you like, for more orc content. And all I got on there was someone saying, can tactics, place carefully on the shelf and don't touch again until they get better or something. And then a couple of other people responded and saying, yeah, they're crap. And that was it. No one saying, yeah, I'll come and look at your video, or, yeah, it was just a bit of, I thought, you know what, why did I bother? I don't know. I suppose if I get just a handful of people click on that link and come and check out my channel, and if they like what they see and subscribe, then it was worth it. And like I say, I've not actually received any negative comments towards me or my videos or my channel or what I've said on my videos at all, really. Any negativity has just been aimed at sort of GW and orcs in general, and that's it, really. I've had probably about, since I've been doing the channel, I think 2, maybe 3 thumbs down. I've no idea why, but that's it. I found you from posts on the Wire Facebook page. Good. There you go. So it's worked. So if all I've got is you, buddy, it was worth it, and it's worth the negativity. So yeah, there you go. It was worth it after all. I got at least 1 subscriber out of it. Yeah, and at least 1. Yes, that's all I need. If just 1 person comes from it and enjoys the videos, then it was worth it. And Beer, also, while you're here, another topic, Beer is very nicely offered to paint up an orc for me, which, so I haven't got around to it yet, like I say, because I've been so insanely busy with life. Yet, I am going to select one orc, I don't know what one yet, and post it off to you, because that's a very nice offer, and it'd be cool to have it and feature him on the channel. And Joe Denham, I found you on the same page. Well, there you go. Maybe I need to stop slating the page. Maybe I'm being negative here by being, maybe the page is a good thing. Cool. Well, that's cool. I'll just ignore the people moaning about the orcs and being all negative about it all. But yeah, yeah, I will send you one, Beer, to paint up for me. It's a very nice offer of you. I'm thinking I've got a mech boy. Not a big mech, just a mech, and I'm thinking I might send him, because marine painting for cams, oh, I missed it, the messages have disappeared before I could see them. But yeah, I think I'm going to send you a mech. Well, I've got a mech with a custom Mega Blaster, and I think he's quite a sturdy model, so I think he'll survive the thing. The Marine beer painted for cams was awesome. Cheeseburger Marine. I don't think I've seen that. Beer, you'll have to leave a link to that video or something in the comments section, because I'll have to check that out. Cheeseburger Marine, I'm intrigued by that. But yes, I'm thinking that, or maybe one of the runt herds or something, but that'd be quite cool to get painted up. Yes, thank you, Beer, link me to that. I want to check out the Cheeseburger Marine. So yeah, so like I say, a few of you guys have arrived after I started the video, but I was showing some stuff off at the beginning. I'll show it now again, just quickly. I bought this, £10 from Amazon, including postage. Check it out, you get a truck, 4 boys, some glue, some paints, incredible deal. I don't know if that's still going. I got the Necron Codex, which is awesome. I've been, I think, Beer, you arrived afterwards, but I was chatting about Necrons, so sorry you missed that, buddy. You'll have to watch the replay to hear my chit-chatting about Necrons. But yeah, so I've got quite a bit on the sort of Necrons on hold at the moment. I've got a half-built Necron army. I've got orcs that need painting. I've got so much to do. Yeah, Joe, whoa! Yeah, sorry, Beer. Orcs win out slightly here. Got the truck boys myself, but going to convert it into a missile buggy. Yeah, I was saying that as well, Richard. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that kit yet. I might just make it into the truck. So I've got 3 different trucks, because I've got the current truck kit. I've got the Tower Rocks that I'm almost finished converting into a missile truck, and then I've got this old school truck. So it'll give me 3 different trucks. Well, I like them all looking different. Or like you say, I might convert it into a buggy as well. I just don't know yet. Scale is issue. I don't know really. It is a little bit smaller, but I think yeah, I don't know. I'll have to sort of do a bit of a dry fit of it. And what do you think of the war buggies? I don't like the kit, because the kit is a bit long in the tooth now, but I think they're quite usable, like stats wise. They're pretty cool, because they're fairly cheap, and they're a good sort of distraction unit and stuff, and they've definitely got their uses. But kit wise, it's a bit old school. I mean, this one's really old. This is like the same age, but it was just the price. I couldn't. You got 4 boys in there, and the truck, and it's just it's got conversion opportunities and stuff. But scale wise, I don't know. I don't know if it will be that much smaller than the current truck. Obviously, it's a lot smaller in height, but sort of lengthwise, its footprint I think will be of a similar scale, and I can always convert it, make it a little bit bigger somehow, or like you say, I might convert it into a buggy, or I might just use the parts from this to convert like a looted wagon or whatever. It's too small, Richard says. Okay, so yeah, maybe a bit of conversion work's going to be needed, or use it as a buggy. I honestly don't know yet. I literally just grabbed it because I saw the price and I was like, how often do you see like brand new GW stuff at like dirt cheap prices like that? It was just, it's the same size as the buggy. Blimey, that is small. Yeah, maybe it's going to have to be a buggy then, or possibly I'll use it as parts for like mech guns or big guns, because I do plan to get a few of them in the army. But I haven't actually done my competition announcement winner. A few of you will remember almost a month ago now, I showed off the Space Marine captain that I'd painted up for my son, and we'd done it as like a Raven Wing successor chapter, and I asked you guys to name his chapter for him, come up with some name ideas, and he would choose his favourite, and then whoever got the winning answer would win this Space Marine captain from the Black Reach set, still in the sprue. So I said in the video, like, we would announce it. My son doesn't live with me, my eldest, so he just comes and visits like every other week, but there was, you know, things have happened and work and stuff, so he wasn't able to come down and choose his favourite for quite a while, hence why the announcement of the winner has been so massively delayed. So much so that everyone's probably already forgotten about that video. But the winning answer was, I'm trying to remember it now, I know who won it. The winning answer was, I think, Featherstorm Warriors, or the Featherstorm Legion. it was Featherstorm something anyway. And that answer was given by Wolf Brother Mythos from Frosts and Fists, which is a wicked channel. If any of you watching right now haven't seen that channel, go and check it out, because it's a really cool channel. I love what those guys do. They're a duo, and they do some good stuff. They're just really down to earth, good guys, and they just do some good laid back hobby chat videos and stuff. But yeah, Wolf Brother Mythos, I will get in contact with you, or you get in contact with me, and I'll arrange posting this fella off to you. He's quite a cool model, actually. I quite like him. So yeah, I will get that sent off to you. But yeah, that's all my competition prizes done now. Did one for the 100 subscribers. I'm not going to do another one until I reach 500. That's a, like I say, that's a big when and if. But I am cautiously optimistic, because I'm currently, as of today, like I said earlier, 280 subscribers, which is just small fry to a lot of you, but to me it's a big deal. I mean, to be at nearly 300 subscribers when I've only been going a few months is really cool. And I just want the channel to get sort of bigger and better as it goes along. Like I say, I've currently got someone working on some artwork for me to create me a more professional, more personal looking logo. The little logo I've currently got is just something I threw together on the one of my apps on my phone. And so he's a good artist, and he's creating me a custom 6+ logo. And just plan to just keep improving the videos as they come. I've had some great advice from Beer, has given me great advice, Idic Beer, on sort of improving the videos, improving thumbnails and stuff. So just my most recent thumbnail for the Killer Can video, I was quite pleased with, because I think I was using some fonts and stuff that maybe wasn't quite so clear, you know, made things a bit hard to read, you know, when you're looking at it on a small little screen on the phone and stuff. So he's given me great advice in sort of, you know, keep the thumbnails clear and simple, and keep the title clear and straight onto point and stuff. So things like that seem like small little details, but definitely have a big factor in the popularity of your channels and how many views you get and stuff. So there's been some great advice there. But yeah, I think I'm kind of running out of things to say now. Has anyone got any questions or anything while we're here? Like I say, this video hasn't really been planned at all. I just fancy doing a live video and covering a lot of topics and covering a lot of stuff that's been sort of building up that I had intended to make videos about. But I thought I'd just cover the whole lot in a live video, because I've got some more tactics videos and things coming up, and more sort of nostalgic look back videos and characters and stuff coming up. But yeah, if any of you guys have got any questions or whatever, fire away. But will you do battle reports? I will do battle reports. What do you think of an Orc army complete focus? That's right, two cool questions there. I've definitely got a lot to say about both. So first question, will I do battle reports? Yes, I will. But I will not do a battle report until me and Joe have both got, even though there'll be small armies to start with, fully painted armies on my fully painted terrain. Because I asked the question quite a while back on the channel, you know, what do people think of battle reports with like unpainted armies and stuff? And people were just like, the majority of people anyway were like, hell no, don't do it. And I agree with them. I don't think I would watch it. 10 years time, then yeah, probably. I'm not actually a big fan of battle reports myself, so I'm kind of already in my head juggling ideas of how I'm going to do it. I personally like the short sort of highlight summary videos. To watch like a whole long video people run, I personally, I don't watch very many battle reports. I prefer videos of people talking about the hobby, tactics videos, just discussion videos. I love videos like Vince, what's his name? Vince Ventrella does videos of like like history of the hobby and look back at stuff. Don't steal my title of worst bat reps. I actually watch your bat reps, Beer, and I don't know if I watch all of them, but I do watch them when they come up and when I see them, and I've enjoyed them because I like your short snippet style videos. They are boring. Got to find a way to make a battle report not suck. Yeah, I have seen some good ones. Like I said, one idea I had, which I talked about in a previous video. I love the idea of having like a Big Brother diary room scenario. So you'll see like the highlights of like turn 1 play out, and then the players will be like away from each other on camera. So you'd see me like after turn 1, I'll say like, no, I'd give you my plans before. How would you make them if you were to get there? I'll come to that question in a minute, Wargaming Thomas. I would love like at the beginning, there's me on camera saying, right, this is my list, this is my plan, this is my sort of, thing what I want to go with. These are my thoughts and feelings going into the game, and then you get the same thing from my opponent on his camera, but we wouldn't hear what each other saying to give away tactics. And then, yeah, play turn 1, and then you'd see me again, right, so turn 1 was hard, he killed my dreadnought, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm going to, what my plan is. I just think that would be quite cool because it would remind me of the old battle reports, which I used to love reading in White Dwarf magazine. And you would get both players' perspective and their thoughts and feelings as the battle played out and what their tactics were. And I used to love reading those battle reports, but watching them on videos, not always so much. It depends on the format. The shorter ones I prefer, but I don't know. But I do want to do them because I do like watching them sometimes. I just don't like to watch loads of them over. I prefer the discussion and topic videos much more myself. Yeah, there was a question there about killer cans. A couple of questions related to killer cans. I currently only own 3 killer cans, but I'm definitely going to buy another set because I want a large unit of 6 because I just think even if they're not competitive, even if they don't become competitive in the new codes, I just love the models, and I love the idea of having a dread mob list with loads of cans, loads of death dreads, backed up by big Gorkanauts and Morkanauts and stuff, and big mechs, with custom force fields protecting their creations, and it's just cool. The models are great fun to build. They're fantastic for conversion opportunities. You can mix and match the parts. You can create crazy looking stuff. They're just cool models. So yeah, definitely I plan to get more cans and increase, and I would love to get some more Death Dreads as well, because that model is that was such a fun kit to put together. And you get so many different parts and options and arms, and the weapons they've got, like they've got big buzz saws and snippy claws and drills, and they just look brutal, and yeah, just everything orky about them is just what's so fun about them. They just look really cool, and yeah. Someone was saying the questions about them, how do you think they play on a battlefield? I think they're pretty good. Like most things in the Orc Index at the moment, they're not ultra competitive, I don't think. I don't think you see many of them on the tournament scene. But I don't play in the tournament scene. I don't do anything like that this year. We just play for fun at home. But I think just for shits and giggles, for a fun list, it would be good to have a Dread Mob list, just to have something different rather than just the usual Horde army, which I think is the only really viable Orc army currently. Will you be redoing the Orc tactic route and review if the new codex arose? If so, I have an old and want to run Dread Mob army at the new codex. Yes, I was talking about that earlier, mate. As I was saying, the plans for the channel, when the codex soon as the codex is announced, and Warhammer community starts doing their drip feeding, because generally as they announce a new codex or any new product, for like the week beforehand, they start drip feeding us sneak peeks and little bits of information. And when that happens, I will be releasing a video every day. I'll try and do it on the day, covering my thoughts and feelings and covering the news and the updates of that stuff, whatever it may be, and how I think it's looking and everything. And then when the codex does drop, then yes, plan to really up the channel. Gotta go. Yes, definitely, definitely. Thank you, mate. Yeah, so that's going to be my time for the channel to really sort of gain in popularity. My subscribership should go up, my views should go up, because it's going to be the hot topic of the time. Everyone's going to be talking orcs. So yeah, yeah, you will see a lot more content from me. And yes, I will redo all tactics videos. I will try and cover everything. I would start off certainly covering everything I own, and go from there, and just, you know, run through sort of a review and look at the codex itself, talking about it's a little bit dry on the ground at the moment, because information is we're getting a few little rumors here and there, but yeah, certainly material for the channel is a bit thin on the ground at the moment. But when that happens, my head's going to be just filled with ideas for videos and topics to cover on loads of orc related content. So I'm sure we're going to get new models, new kits, new starter sets. There's rumor of potentially a new boxed game coming out, of like Space Wolves versus Orcs, which I don't know if there's any truth in that, but I really hope it is true, because if it's anything like the Forgebane set, it's going to be insane value. And the great thing is, Reroll Joe is an avid Space Marine player, and he's got several Space Marine armies, one of them being Space Wolves, and I know if that drops, we will both be going splits on that, definitely. But like I say, it could be just complete bullshit. It might not be true at all, but God, I hope it is true. Because even if it's just stuff that's already out and there's no new models in it, they're just insane value, those starter sets that they're releasing lately. But I imagine they'll probably do very similar to what they did with the Forgebane set. You will probably get like the Space Wolves with one or two, you know, maybe a new character or a new unit in there. And the same with the Orcs, you will get a new Orc character or a new Orc unit, as well as some of the existing stuff. And it will be great. What model do you hope to see the most if we get new models? That's a very good question. Obviously there's Ghazghkull. We want a new Ghazghkull, but I'd love a Prime War Boss. A Prime War Boss that's not necessarily Ghazghkull. Like I've said again in a previous video, I said what my dream for that would be is a kit that you can, like with the Great Unclean One kit, you can make a Great Unclean One with some different options, or you can make it into the Roticus, is it? The special character one. And I think kits like that are brilliant, because it would be great to be able to have Ghazghkull, obviously, but also would be great to be able to make your own War Boss, your own character, especially a big Prime Warlord. That would be very cool. I want to see obviously new buggies and some of the really dated kits. I want to see them updated desperately. I want to see new units. I would love to see units like Grot snipers and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff, by the way, I've talked about in previous videos. So a lot of you, if you're new subscribers, please go back through my back catalogue of videos. I've released quite a few videos now, and check them out. Go back and have a look through the playlist, because I've got a lot of orc stuff there. Hey Garrick Field, how you doing? So yeah, please go and check those videos out and that. But I don't know really. I would love to see, there probably would be a kit for it. Well, I don't know, looted wagons. I really desperately want to see looted wagons back. Obviously that wouldn't really be a kit, it's customers, unless they released some sort of upgrade kit. Or I mean, they could do it by releasing like they do with, like, you get like the chaos versions of Space Marine tanks and stuff, so it's just like a Space Marine Predator with a load of spiky bits and that thrown in to, you know, make it chaos. They could do very similar things with orcs, like some sort of orc upgrade kit, so you can slap a load of armor plates and turrets and, you know, orky stuff over existing vehicles. You know, that would be pretty cool actually. But I definitely want to see looted wagons back. So I've got some parts upstairs, battle wagon bits and stuff. waiting to go. Little wagon upgrade, I buy that just to get more gubbins. Yeah, totally. There's some kits out there that are just fantastic for that, like the fighter, the bomber, the Wazbomb blaster jet kit. If you buy one of those, I don't have one yet, but I definitely plan on getting one, because the amount of spares and the bits you get left over from that, for any orc mech boy that wants to convert and kit bash stuff, that's just brilliant. The truck kit is a really good kit for anyone that wants to customize and kit bash as well, because you get lots of spare parts and that, and you can create it in a multitude of different ways. But yeah, stuff like that. I want kits for the orcs that just continue that trend, where you get loads of spare parts, loads of options, so you can customize, you can kit bash. Once you've built that kit, you've got loads of leftover bits, so you can convert other stuff. A new set I would love to see, and I think this divides people a bit, but and people have talked about the possibility of having like prime orcs, like bigger orcs, and people have talked about how they want to like have orcs on 32mm bases and stuff. Definitely not me. I want to keep the orcs the same size, the orc boys. I don't want to really change those kits or update them too much, but I would love to see, in a similar way to how they've done Primaris Marines, to have like bigger orcs as like an elite unit as an option. And I think one cool way they could do this, I was chatting about this recently with Skarner, and we were talking about, because a unit they don't have anymore that they used to have was Scar Boys. Now Scar Boys were like veteran orc boys that, you know, have grown bigger, and they're obviously scarred and battle scarred from loads of battles and wars, so they've grown bigger, but they were at a level like, you've got boys here, you've got knobs here, and then in the middle was Scar Boys. So they were like veteran orc boys, so they were bigger, bulkier, more hench, you know, harder, tougher, but they weren't quite knobs. So I think with a little change to the lore, that Scar Boys would bump up a level. So rather than being that middle level, you've got orc boys, and then you've got the knobs, but then above that you've got like the really long serving hard veterans of Scar Boys. And I think that is a great opportunity for GW to release like the Orc Brutes from like Age of Sigmar, that sort of scale orc, on a big sort of like 40mm round base, of some big, absolutely hulking Scar Boys. And you can imagine how cool they would look. They'd have like bionic limbs, big like cuts down their faces, like bionic eyes, and, you know, proper, like they've been through the meat grinder. They've survived for hundreds of years fighting, and they are just hench as fuck. And that would be so cool. That would be a cool kit to have. And then that way you please everyone, because you don't have to buy them. You don't have to, if you like your Horde army, you don't want elites and stuff, the big ones, you don't have to get them. If you do like them, you can get them. You can create a whole army of them if you want. And it's a great way to please everyone. And without changing like the existing stuff, it just gives you another option and more character. And I think if you had like, if they released that, you had a big hulking like dreadnought sized Gazcol or a Prime Warlord backed up by a big ass unit of hulking Scar Boys. Damn, the GW would be printing money. Basically, orc players would be snapping that up. I definitely would. And if you had a kit like that with loads of customization and kit, you know, bits you could mix and match, and, you know, damn, I just talking about it, I'm just thinking, hell yeah, I can sort of see it in my mind, and that would be really cool. So yeah, that's the sort of things I would like to see, you know, new orc kit wise, and maybe just some new units. Definitely some new units. Don't really know what though. Just give us some more stuff, upgrade some bits. I'm just excited to get the codex, because I think even if the codex isn't really strong, even if it isn't ultra competitive, it's going to be better than the index, because just even if it was exactly the same as what we already have, but they just threw in loads of stratagems and loads of traits, just that on its own would make our army so much more competitive and better. Because stratagems and stuff are really, some of the stratagems that some armies have access to are really good, and just having that choice and variety. But I think we are going to see a lot of improvements. I think we're going to get some points drops. Certain units like Deathcopters I think need to come down. Some of the weapon points need to come down. And some units just need to improve a little bit, I think. They need to make some of the weapons like viable and usable, whether that be by points drops or making them better. Things like Grotzukas need to be better because they used to be really good, now they're a bit shit. Custom Mega Blasters need to either be a lot cheaper or made a bit better, because they're not really worth the points, and you would never choose them over rocket launchers because they're just not as good. And you can potentially kill yourself with them, so it just seems like a no-brainer. But yeah, there you go, guys. Anyway, I'm kind of burning myself out now on things to say anyway. This video is much longer than I intended to do. I do love doing these live videos though. This is only my second ever one. I am a dreadhead and love all the Orc Walkers and want them fixing, especially the Stomper. Yeah, the Stomper does need fixing, man. Points, just stupid points for that. It's not worth it at all. It's not worth it. I'm not actually a big lover of the Stomper model myself. I've got a Gorkanaut, which I know some people can't stand the Gorkanaut and Morkanauts. I think they're amazing models. It's one of the favourite ones in my army. I love that thing, and I would love to get another one and make a Morkanaut as well, because I think that's a really cool kit and it looks cool. The Stomper, I don't like the way it sort of looks like it's wearing a big metal skirt almost. I don't know, it's just something about it. I think, you know, like when you see on Google Images, if you type in like Orc Stomper, you see like the homemade ones people have done. Flower pot, yeah. I think it almost looks like someone's kit bashed it, but not in a very good way, sort of, if you see what I mean. There's elements of it I like. It's good value. It's cheap, man, for what the size of the model. Like the Gorkanaut's only like £5 cheaper, and it's like half the size. But I think it's a much more detailed kit with more bits. You know, it's just I think it's a better, more modern kit than the Stomper. Stompers just represent the gamer's beer belly. Yeah, I see that. What was I saying? I've lost my train of thought again. This is why I need to shut this video down soon, because I'm just I'm tired and I'm losing my train of thought. I was going to say something. Yeah, while I was on the subject, one thing I can't stand, like talking about seeing like kit bashes and stuff. What was the comp? Done it earlier, buddy. Done it earlier. It was. You'll have to look back at the video. I've shown it now. The winner was Wolf Brother Mythos. On the replay, you can see that. But I can't stand it when I see people saying that it's orcs. I'm going to say this. Orcs make stuff out of scrap and they just cobble stuff together, and so their stuff does look a bit shit, like compared to like Space Marine stuff, which all the clean lines and, you know, proper factory produced stuff. So orc stuff does look cobbled together and scratch built. So I get that, but what I don't like seeing is when people say, oh, you can just shove a load of bits onto like a Tonka truck or a toy car and, you know, it doesn't matter because it's orcs. It doesn't matter if it looks shit because it's orcs. No, I can't stand it, because I think it does matter. I'm not saying you have to be an amazing builder or painter or whatever to make stuff. You don't have a crack at converting stuff and making your own stuff. That's cool. But I hate the lazy attitude of stuff. Like someone, when you see these bits and you can just clearly see that's a toy car that they've just shoved a couple of orc bits on, and it still looks like a toy car, and they say, oh, well, it's fine because it's orcs. No, it's not fine because it looks like a toy car and it looks shit. If it looks like it's built out of scrap metal and junk and bolted together, but it still has the detail and it's still like, you could look at it and still think, you know, that looks like a cool conversion or a cool, you know, that looks cool. And like, I can't stand like seeing like people making Stompers out of like Mr. Potato Heads and stuff. And this, you can still clearly see it was a Mr. Potato Head underneath. I can't stand stuff like that, and I hate it. I hate it when people say, oh, it doesn't matter because it's orcs. It doesn't matter if it looks shit, it's orcs. It does matter if it looks shit. Have some pride in your bloody work. You know, I'm not the best builder or painter or converter, but I make it to a standard that I think it looks good. You know, don't just be lazy about the stuff. I'm not just going to get like a, you know, a toy truck or a Mr. Potato Head or a dustbin and just shove some bits on it and say spend 10 hours painting a Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. There probably is some amazing Mr. Potato Head conversions out there. There probably is. I've seen some things that people can do with the Orc stuff, and their imagination, like, I'm so jealous. I've seen some incredible things. You just got to Google image like Orc conversions or battle wagon conversions or, you know, stomper conversions and stuff. And some of the people out there, when I see this, I'm like, oh my God, that is just incredible. There's some amazingly talented people out there that just come up with some crazy stuff. But then when you're scanning through those Google images, you will see some stuff that you're just appalled by. It's like, my God, I just wouldn't want it on the battlefield. It'd just be insulting. But yeah, there you go. There's my thoughts on that. Anyway, guys, I think I better bring this video to a close anyway, because I've been rambling on for over an hour now. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you are new to the channel, you join me live or you're watching this replay, please go and check out my other stuff. Check out my back catalogue of videos, because a lot of it's still relevant. I don't tend to make a lot of videos that are sort of cover the news as such, so it's not stuff that's old, you know. It's mostly tactics videos and sort of nostalgic videos and things. So please go and check out my other stuff. Give the videos thumbs up, help the channel. Anyway, guys, thank you again for, I'm rambling big time. Thanks. This is 6+ Stevo signing out. I've got to figure out how to stop the video. I have no idea.